Hey guys, so today I will be telling you 10 things that I love about living in a dorm. Now I know that last week I made a video about 10 things I hate about living in a dorm, but like I said, living in a dorm is not all that bad. It's actually a really good experience. On top of that, there are many perks that are associated with living in a dorm. Now before I begin this video, please make sure to check out my YouTube channel where I do vlogs and videos on lifestyle and school just like this one. Check out my content, and if you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my weekly uploads. Also, make sure to follow me on social media, add me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram at GoalkeeperDanny to see what I do day to day as a college student. But now, let's get to the video. So the first thing that I love about living in a dorm is that you're basically living on campus. Trust me, this has many perks. Basically, you wake up and you're pretty close to your next class. You don't need to worry about driving or like paying an Uber. You basically just like walk to class. You're like living 5 minutes away. You don't need to worry about that drag of waking up like an hour earlier just to drive 20 minutes to get to class, then you have to drive 20 minutes back. No. You wake up, get breakfast, and within like 5 or 10 minutes, boom, you're right there in your seat. Now the second thing I love about living in a dorm is that you meet a bunch of people. When you're in a dorm, you're basically forced to meet people. You meet all types of different people from different backgrounds, different states, different countries, different religions. Everybody here is different. Just think about how good this sounds. You just finished high school and you're fed up with the whole high school crowd. But then you go to college, you move into your dorm, and boom, there are just so many more people compared to your little high school. That means there's more people to meet, more people to have a great time, and that's why I love living in a dorm. Now that brings me to the third thing that I love about living in a dorm, and that is making friends. So you meet all these people from your tower, people from your floor, then you got like a little group going, you know? You basically have friends to hang with. Trust me, even if you're like really shy, it is extremely easy to make friends in a dorm. Basically because everybody's in the same spot. Everybody just started college, they all moved into the dorm, and everybody wants to make friends. So meet people, talk to people, hang out with them, and make friends. Now the fourth thing I love about living in a dorm is having a roommate. I know the idea of having a roommate can be like extremely strange. I know, some random guy or girl just living with you. But if you and your roommate get along, things can turn out great. You're always gonna have somebody there for you. Whether you wanna eat, play FIFA, or you need like emotional support, your roommate can be one of your best friends throughout the whole college experience. Now the fifth reason of why I love living in a dorm is because there's always something to do. Think about it, you have like hundreds of college students just like locked up in a room, but they wanna be free, they wanna go out, they wanna explore the city. If you're bored and out of your mind, I can promise you there's somebody on your floor who is down to do something. And being realistic, it doesn't have to be like, you know, go out and party. It can also be something simple like just grabbing food, maybe watch a movie, play some games. On top of that, the RAs also organize like residential activities, so there's just like no way you could be bored. Now the sixth reason of why I love living in a dorm is because you're basically away from home. Think about it, probably for the first time ever in your life, you're not living in your house with your parents. You could do whatever you want. But with that being said, you do what you want, but you also have to assume the responsibilities that come with living alone. So just don't do anything too stupid. With that being said, the seventh reason why I love living in a dorm is because you learn how to grow up. Being away from your parents forces you to learn some skills. Whether it's learning how to do laundry or learning how to make your bed, you have very little help compared to back home where you had your parents. Here in the dorm, it's just you. So you definitely learn some of those like adult skills and grow as an individual. Now the eighth reason of why I love living in a dorm is because it can actually be way cheaper than off-campus housing. Now don't get me wrong, depending on your school and your situation, it might be cheaper to live off campus, but in some instances, if you get enough scholarships, it might actually cover your dorm. So in some scenarios, it might actually be a financial benefit to live on campus. Now the ninth reason of why I love living in a dorm is the dining hall. Yes, the food might not be the best, but you don't have to cook, and hey, it's food. So when you're hungry, you can just like walk in and just like grab something to eat. And trust me, the late night dining can be insanely clutch on certain situations. So never underestimate the dining hall. Now the 10th and last reason of why I love living in a dorm is because it's a once in a lifetime experience. Whether your dorming experience is good or bad, it's something that you went through in life. There are things that will happen in the dorms that just don't happen anywhere else. You're gonna meet so many people, create long lasting friendships, friendships, just do so many things when you live in a dorm. Trust me, it is an experience that is worth it. Alright guys, well there you have it. Those were the 10 reasons of why I love living in a dorm. I hope this video helps anybody that's considering to live in a dorm for next school year. That is pretty much it for this video. So if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on my channel to stay updated with my weekly uploads. And do not forget to follow me on social media, on Instagram and Snapchat at Goalkeeper Danny, to see what I do day to day as a college student. That is it for me, and always remember, stay hydrated.